playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we're at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Zerline set to kick off.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
For the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A gain of 19 yards.
First down, and it's Pollard again.
Dallas.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Second and 8.
On second down, it's Henderson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
On third down, here's Henderson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, D. Check 55.
There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
A gain of 5. Brings up
on second down now. It's Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
At the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
.43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over.
26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Ball carrier.
Tony Pollard, 74 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Lining up for the extra point.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Gregory. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Tua sets up to pass it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
21.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Gregory. Steps away to his left. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. On 1st down, it's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
This is Logan. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
At the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Gregory. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again, Gregory. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his 1st here, and it's good for a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
56 to Mark, 56. Check 56. 65, 65, 38. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check. Check.
2 and now on 1st down. And there is Amari Cooper, his 1st catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his 1st one here.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
on second down. Pollard. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 31. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Buccaneers nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, Gregory. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 17-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Gregory. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 17 yards out. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
The kick is.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
It's third down.
Now Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
On second down now. Pollard. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B. One starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Mike Edwards picks it off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Pollard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
It's now 4th down.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sterling Hoffrichter set.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And Jones has it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. That's complete right around the 8. Now a timeout.
Complete.
7 seconds left in the first half.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 6-yard line.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, Gregory. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. He was covered by Christian Fulton.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Gregory. Caught on the right side by Jones. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Here's Pollard again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier. Vita Vea on the stop. No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. 77 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gregory, he'll drop this underneath for Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Makes it third.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Throwing on 1st down. Gregory escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
From the gun, Gregory. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
How you like me now?
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Sterling Hoff-Richter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Miller. Scotty Miller, 75 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
36-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Run for Pollard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, Pollard. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Henderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down now, Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
Makes the score Cowboys.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Sterling Hoffrichter set
now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. K'Lavon Chaisson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Up 2nd down.
Another try after the first down sack. Gregory looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Off of play action, Tagovailoa to a hit, and the ball is out. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
56, the mic, boys, 56.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Aaron Donald able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Gregory. And he finds Howard complete.
Gregory's pass.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Operating from the gun. Gregory. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
49-yard
from the gun. Gregory. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. On 1st and 10, Gregory. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. That's caught by Howard. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They run again with Logan. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. On 4th down, Gregory. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
15-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, Gregory. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mike Schick, 33.
To throw again on 2nd down. Gregory. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
It's now
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Gregory. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. From the gun on 3rd down. Gregory looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing on 1st down. Gregory looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Back to throw. Gregory, left side here. That's complete to Godwin.
Gregory's pass.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, Gregory. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Taimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cowboys 75. Buccaneers 17. Sterling Hoffrichter set to kick
So
off.
they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And he will find his man on the outside. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Gregory. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And now this time, an interception return for another score. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Back to the air on 2nd down. Gregory. And that's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Gregory. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This from 54 yards away. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is.
82.
He had it on line, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today,
The Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.